So I've been wanting to do this video for a while on grief therapy, really because I lost my son in 1996, my husband in 1991, and then again my mum in 1998. It's been a long time, but it's something that one doesn't really get over, but one learns to come to terms with. So this little book actually helped me a lot. It's called Grief Therapy, and it's a really cool little book. So I'd like to just share the pages with you. If there's anybody out there that knows that's experiencing grief at the moment, then I hope that this little book will be a blessing to you. So I'm just going to share it with you. Thanks for coming along. It's a simple little book. As you can see, the illustrations are really simple, and each little nugget of truth here is a blessing. I found that every day I'd read a little bit every day, but I'm going to give it to you all in one shot today, so I hope it will be a blessing. And so the first page says, respect the power of grief. Know that it can affect you psychologically, physically, and spiritually in intense and sometimes surprising ways. But you need to stay gentle with yourself. You need to be open to the pain of your broken heart. God enters through its brokenness. Remain open to the hurt. You may think it easier to suppress the pain or avoid it with distractions and busyness, but eventually your emotions will surface. Grief will demand your attention. So you can go out and have a good time like this little lady's doing, but eventually it catches up with you. Cry. Your tears testify to your love, and tears that spring from love help bring healing and renewal. Stay connected to others. You need their presence, their support, their concern, their listening, and their hugs. Now, the pattern of your grief is unique, and it's shaped by your particular relationship, specific circumstances, and distinctive temperament. Ignore others' attempts to tell you how to feel or how long to feel. You need to expect to experience different stages in your grieving. Shock, numbness, denial, depression, confusion, fear, anger, bitterness, guilt, regret. Then you also come to feel acceptance and hope. They may come in any order and any number of times. Forgive yourself for being angry or disappointed with others, including the one who died and left you, for being powerless to have prevented the loss, for everything you wish you had or hadn't done. It's okay to be angry with God. Something seems unreal and terribly wrong now. Something is wrong now, and you maybe feel cheated, but acknowledge it. Your loss is not God's punishment or God's attempt to test you. Know that God shares the hurt in your heart and wants to lead you to new hope and peace. Know that God grieves with you. When some person's attempts to comfort you only deepen the hurt, forgive them for not understanding. Later, when you comfort someone else, remember what not to say. Learn from those who have experienced healing after loss. Their survival is reassuring proof that you too will endure. Where your wound is, there can be your greatest contribution. You know what it is to be vulnerable and in pain. Let that knowledge open you to others who are hurting. Your grieving is among the most sacred and the most human things you will ever do. It will plummet you into the mystery of life and death and resurrection. Honor it. Mourn not just for the loss of what was, but also for what will never be again. But gently let go and do it lovingly. Make small beginnings towards reshaping your life without the one you loved. Your efforts are seeds of hope that you can cultivate into a fruitful, new existence. Anniversaries and holidays, times that used to mean joy and celebration, can be among the toughest now. Observe them with care and simple ceremony to ease the pain. Sometimes the best thing to do is to comfort yourself with small pleasures. A cup of tea, freshly cut flowers, a soothing bath, moments by the fire. And I'd like to add, this is my favorite page. Sometimes your grief can be so overwhelming because it encompasses the grieving you never did for other earlier losses in your life. Let yourself feel the pain of those losses too. When you find yourself doubting your capacity to recover, be patient and realize that the grief process, though lengthy, ultimately does bring healing. Allow yourself to grieve. When you feel that your loss has drained your life of all direction or meaning or joy, present your nothingness to God. God has never been closer. Life matters, no matter how long or short, and it lasts. Trust that God's promise of unending life is real, and that your life today matters too, and that you will see your loved ones again. Remind yourself of your reasons for living. You have a future worth enduring for, and you deserve to find a renewed sense of purpose and pleasure in your life, even if it's feeding a little dog. You will reach a point where you can finally go for an hour or a day or a week without painful reminders of absence and emptiness. Look for new awakenings. Be open to rebirth. You have learned that you are not always in control of life's circumstances. It's a hard lesson to learn. Use your new awareness to become more in rhythm with the flow of life, more in harmony with its song. Your grieving is amongst the most sacred and the most human things you will ever do. It will plummet you into the mystery of life and death and resurrection. Honor it. So I just want to leave you with these lovely words and hope that you are going to get through this time that is so difficult. It seems like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, but I just want to encourage you guys that are grieving at this time that there is hope, and you need to know that you will see your loved ones again, that they're in the hands of a kind and a just and a merciful God. So God bless you guys.